observer. Getting more void rays. Sitting on a lot of energy right now, 66. Haven't built a probe in forever. Make sure you're constantly building probes. It looks like instead of walking across his base, or walking across the map, he's going to do a warp prism drop. Your observer's over here, which is not good for you. So here comes the drop. You don't have pylons placed around your base. You want to have pylons placed around your base so you can scout when a drop like this happens. So here comes the drop. Bunch of charge lots here. This time you actually focus fire down the stalkers, and good job. Now right now it's just you taking the lead with harvesters. You did transfer all of your probes, but look, let's look at how many each of these have. 330, 390, 240, 230. You want at least like 10 over here. Keep minding this because there's still a lot of minerals in your main base. Now you're mounting up to move out, getting a little ahead of your observers, so be careful. But you did pick off the dark shrine. You could have rebuilt one, so just always be careful. And then moving in for an attack right now. He does have a pretty beastly force of immortals here. He does a good job of focus firing down your void ray, and then his immortals are counter-attacking you and doing a good amount of damage. So right now, he's got plenty of immortals, which stop stalkers pretty hard. And you have really nothing to counter this. I mean, you have a Stargate, I guess, but you're not really teching that much. You have no forge, so you're not getting any +1 weapons, so always have a forge. You want to get those upgrades. Sitting on 5 warp gates, so let's see here. 84 energy, 100 energy. You don't even have your second one keybound, so that's another problem right there. Make sure you're constantly using energy. At this point, you're in a pretty good spot because you're on 2 bases and he's on 1, but you're not really reacting to this army. He's got stalkers and immortals. What can you get? Colossus. But you're still just starting to sit with your stalker void ray build. And then here he comes. He has expanded over here. But you're not scouting the map. You have no vision of the map at all. You have nothing going on at all. We go to your vision. You might have a... Nope. You just have... The only vision is your main base. So you're not scouting at all. You're not seeing what's going on. And here comes a pretty beastie force right now. And here you go, losing almost both your void rays in that attack. Here comes a pretty beastie attack. Make sure you're focus firing on those immortals first. But at this point, it's not looking very good for you. His force is pretty huge right now. He's going to walk into your base, do a lot of damage. Void Ray's almost out, and then there you go, GGing. So, let's just do a quick recap of everything you can do differently. And, yeah, so, learn what you can support off of 1 base, guys. Off 1 base, it's 4-gate, 3-gate robo, 2-gate Stargate, stuff like that. People do builds like this because they've tested seeing how much they can hold off of 1 base. You can support this stuff off of 1 base. Now, see, look, you only had 1 pylon here when you put it down at the beginning, and you lost your entire, all this shit because you only had 1 pylon. So make sure you're double stacking all your buildings. Scout, you didn't leave your base once until you attacked. You had no vision of the map at all. And then you got DT owned. I mean, you lost this game because of scouting, nothing else. I don't care what else happened. I don't care if you didn't micro those stalkers at this battle that occurred right here. You lost the game because you didn't scout at all. Plain and simple. And you didn't react to what you finally scouted. When you were in his base with your army, you saw the DT shrine, you put the Robo Bay down after the fight had ended. You want to put that down as soon as you see it. Get that observer out. When you came with your counterattack again, you had immortals. You saw his immortals, you saw his stalkers, and yet you still went with the void rays, and you still went with lots of stalkers. Didn't try ticking up more. Right now you're sitting on 500 minerals, 700 gas. I mean, there's a lot more you could be doing with your minerals and gas right now. So there's several things you could be doing differently to improve your play. So try working on those definitely. I mean, you're sitting on 100 energy right here, 100 energy right here. You supply blocked yourself a couple times. Look at the income tab. Let's see. Let's go to the show how long this game was. 21 minutes, 22 minutes almost. You have 35 harvesters. Right now would be a good time to have about 70 harvesters. So make sure you're never cutting the pro production, and make sure you have both of your things keybound. You don't have your you do have your Stargate keybound, but you don't have your Robo keybound, which is not good. So make sure you're just taking these tips and adjusting your play as best you possibly can. There's a lot more you could be doing here. Especially when you're with that first push, you had all those stalkers, the 4-gate push, and you lost all of those, that huge amount of zealots. You had almost all stalkers, and you could have easily taken out that army. So yeah, make sure you just work on all these things I told on, and you'll definitely improve a play. You should have beaten this guy 10 times over. Like, there's like 10 different moments in this game where you should have won, and poor micromanagement or poor decision making made you lose the game. So make sure you definitely work on those. So yeah, I'm Zoya. Make sure you guys subscribe. This week is our Dark Templar play. As you saw, he got defeated by Dark Templar. So make sure you guys submit. And yeah, I'm Zoya. I'll see you guys in the next video.